dokie, everything's packed. Sorted some stuff out. Cleaned up some of this over here. Looking for clothing I didn't find. It's ready. Battery. I checked everything in the backpack. It's there, including a water bottle. And that stuff. I've already had my nervous herpes today. And right now, my heart rate is 114. I don't think that's good. But if I leave soon, get on the tram, right into Central, take the Intercity, rather than the Sprinter, but take the Intercity, I should be able to keep calm. But even this morning at like 5:30, which is half an hour before my alarm went off, I checked my heart rate and I turned on my watch and I rolled it over, and the last time I measured my heart rate was 58. But I'm lying there in bed, doom, 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 and I'm like, I've become hyper aware of my heart rate. It feels stronger than it actually is. Because the doctor tested my blood pressure, and she said, she almost wanted to do it a second time when I was at the doctor's office. Another issue I'm having is my bruises are taking a long time to go away. Like, things I shouldn't have been bruising for at all are causing me to bruise. When's the last time you bruised from a blood draw? From over a week ago. Well, not over a week ago. I thought it was Friday. No, I had a panic attack on Friday. Monday. It's now starting to show up and go away. And the ones on my thing from Tim last time are finally gone away. And that's been like 3 weeks, almost a month. I made it out here. For good or bad, I'm staying here until the end of practice, whether I participate or not. The heart rate chilled a little bit throughout the practice, or throughout the ride here. But it was like a freshly cleaned train, so it just smelled like Monday videos, or Tuesday videos for you guys. When I leave to go to the store, and they've cleaned the elevator or the staircase. It's just that general cleaning chemical. I'm like, so like for 20 minutes I'm sitting here smelling, like the back of my nose area was becoming cleansed. But once I got off at Hilversum, it was fine. I got pee, so I'm gonna go find a bush, and then I'll probably see you guys after practice. We made it all the way through team. We didn't have that many people here. Where can I? Hi. We had a new guy. He seems like he seems young enough that he's in. Hello. Come on, camera. Get on the tripod correctly. All right. Back up a bit. And so, his name's Jeremy. He's Swiss. He was at corner today doing all of his fun stuff. He's really into it. Definitely along the rookies that wants to play the game. Like, there's rookies that come and are like, ooh, let's try this out. And then there's rookies that are like, I really want to play this game because I constantly watch the NFL in college and stuff. Or I don't know. It happens, and sometimes, they'll come out to the field and they go, oh, but they don't, they play reckless, and it's good to play reckless, because then you don't have that hesitation. And he did it first when you were going against the sled, just because with rookies we like to send them against the sled because it is football, and you know, hitting stuff is kind of a part of it. So, yeah. Anyways, I'm actually gonna go get changed in the locker room. Give me time to walk and talk. Because sitting down like that was getting a bit awkward. But yeah, no. Made it all the way through team. It's a little warm out, but the thing is I don't have any jacket with pockets to carry all my other stuff, so I have to go change. I can't just walk home in my pants. But yeah, like I said, Jeremy came here. He's going to school in Amsterdam for communications. Just figured I'd get a little bit to know something more about somebody. But yeah. So there's a lot more sand on the field right now for some reason. I don't know why. But like he got really into it, you know, but it had like the helmet and the pads and the jersey, but he was at corner and he had no idea what he was doing. And like I said, that's a bonus. He seems kind of Gen Z Metro. Definitely had way more piercings in one ear and long black hair they had to keep pushing out of the way. Like, so he was going through an emo phase. And so, it's one of those weird days where there's a lot of clouds and like there's a little bit of detectable but unmeasurable rain. And yeah, we're getting, it's kind of breezy, so having my sweater on but joggers is fine. And like I was telling Aaron, like Friday, you know, when he wasn't at work and stuff, it's not being at practice. It was the act of getting here, the act of leaving the house, the act of, I don't know, like I explained before, sometimes it was hard to leave to go to the store, but I knew it was like an hour. And I could just take the tram or ride the bike real fast, go get it, and come home. But this was like leaving at 9, practice starting at 11, that taking 2 hours, and just being out and about for like 7 hours, which makes it kind of hard to have a job after a fashion, but thankfully. But yeah, Jeremy did real good today. Especially for his first time. So, oh great. There's a skate park that opened up over here, and I think I showed it to you guys months ago. I was like, what is this? And I had to walk around. Well, now it's finished. But, youth. And I can't necessarily get them on. Yeah. Bug fly? Bug flew in my mouth. See? Didn't get any actual faces, but yeah. But not only is there like the little bike path and stuff, there's a seesaw and elevated bars and just little things. A schommel and other things. It's really cool. The general idea, as I was saying before, is that it's not being at practice. After a fashion, I've gotten over the idea of mistakes are critical. They still can get into me, especially if I keep making mistakes. But like, I gave up inside leverage today on Kevin. Like, he caught the ball and then ran around on the inside. To be fair, I was outside linebacker today. That's no excuse though. Kevin was at slot. I was the outside linebacker. Mess was head up on him. Kevin did a slant route in, and yeah, I lost the inside leverage. I didn't get forward enough. But it didn't get, I sort of stood there for a second and was like, I fucking can't believe I did that. And I knew what I did. But I moved on to the next play. And that was like, it's not being at practice. And I told Aaron, it's not being here. It's not there. I'm walking away from it now. But there's no person there that I avoid or get over. Maybe there's people that I want to be friends with a little bit better, and I'm being socially awkward, and I give it a lot more credence towards trying to become friends with them, but I still don't know what the fuck I'm doing, and I hope that it gets returned, but they probably have no idea what I'm doing because, like I have with Aaron, numerous things happen inside my head that take seconds in real life. Like, after a fashion, you can do the whole, like, Doctor Strange. And I look at so many futures and so many different outcomes and so many different conversational pathways and figure out things to do and sort the information and slot it all away and figure out what I know, figure out what I don't know, figure out how I can figure it out. And all this is happening in between drills. And that's part of what I definitely struggle with is, hey, stop thinking so much. And I'm like, not my fault. It's not something I can control. Oh, well, there's a whole pack of people coming. I'll probably see you guys on the train or something. I need to make sure I get to the bus and get something to drink or something, eat. Yeah, I did have decent cereal, but yeah, I need something. Alright, so before the food comes here and I start stuffing my face, because I already stuffed my face full of chips and salsa, I didn't record on the train, because not that I was in a Stilta car, I was actually in the center area. I got on and was going to get inside a Stilta car and was like, well shit, well I can at least pop my drink open while everyone's shuffling around. There was no seats in the Stilta car. So I walked through first class, and I was going to go through to the next train car. But when I got to the intermission section of the first class car that I was on, I looked through and there was a stream of people just piling in that door. And I was like, I'm not getting a seat any further down this train. So I just sort of stood there, and I wound up actually having a conversation with two drunk guys sharing a box of wine. It would have been better if they had little goblets with them, but they were just drinking from the nozzle. At least, Aaron's looking at me, he wants me to explain that it is carbon neutral certified Chardonnay Sauvignon Blanc, or whatever.
When you told me about it, I was picturing that they had goblets with them, because that paints the picture so beautifully.
No, they were just drinking straight from the nozzle. Turns out, there was an older black guy and a younger white guy who was Dutch. I found out later, Dutch and Nigerian. He recognized my face mask, because it was on the ground in between my legs, but he recognized the face mask as and the whole wrap-up as American football, because his brother in Hilversum played honk ball as a kid for the Hurricanes, and he knew, since the Hurricanes have been around since '85, that there was at least a football team there. And I'm coming from Hilversum, and there's blue, and it's football, so he made the inverse. So I wound up actually having a decent, weird conversation with two drunk people in the middle of a train. And I didn't get to drink my beer. I didn't get to eat my Costco croissant. I did that at home. And then I laid down for like 5 minutes to see, just to chill. Like the phone was charging, and I just lay down and put 5 minutes on the timer on the watch and just do like what I call pre-stage breathing, because we all did the that sort of calm your mind sort of thing. meditative breathing and just be laying down and check my heart rate after that, and it didn't change much. Oh, food's here.